In this example, I want to go ahead and take a look at taking an IAM user and adding multi-factor authentication to that user account. So for this course, we've been using one user that was in an admin group. So not your root user account, but an admin user we've been using. And if I click on that account, so I'm in that account has administrative access. What I want to do is I want to go over to the security credentials section. So there's the console link, we've used that in the past. There's a console password. I have access keys for APIs and things like that, but I do not have a multi-factor authentication device set up right now. So what I want to do is I want to go to manage this, and what I want to do is I'm going to choose this virtual multi-factor authentication device. What that is it's an application that's on your phone. Okay, so if I go out to Google and I'm doing a Google search here for an authenticator app, Google has an authenticator app. So for multi-factor authentication, I use the Microsoft Authenticator because I use that at work. So I use it at work, and then I also use it with my IAM user accounts. So this Microsoft Authenticator is just an app in the App Store that you can get on Google Play or in the Apple ecosystem as well. So I've already installed that on my phone. Okay, so in order for this to work, you're going to have to install either the Android version or the iOS version of the Authenticator app, and you could use either Google's Authenticator or Microsoft's Authenticator. I just use Microsoft's Authenticator. Okay, so I've chosen to use a virtual multi-factor authentication device. I'm going to go ahead and continue. I want to scan my QR code. Okay, so I'm going to bring up the Authenticator app. And what I'm going to do with it is I'm going to scan that QR code. And then it's asking me to type in the codes that pop up. So the codes that pop up in the Authenticator application show up every 30 seconds. So I'm supposed to type in 2 consecutive codes. So the first one I have on my Authenticator app, and now I have to wait out that 30-second time interval before I get my next code. Okay, so now we're at 10 seconds remaining. And as soon as that 30-second time interval goes away, the Authenticator app is going to give me a new code, and I can use those sequential codes to assign this. Okay, so now when I sign in with that account, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to sign out with my root user account. I'm just going to copy this URL to my clipboard. I'm going to sign out of my administrative account, and now I'm going to go back into the console. And I'm still going to use my same username and password that I was before, but now what it's saying is in order to get in, I have to use my MFA code. And now it's set up to that Authenticator application, so it's giving me multi-factor authentication. So it's just giving me another security credential. So now basically what's happening is my username and password are not enough to get into an account. So I'm not going to be subject to a brute force attack on my AWS account. In order to get in, users would have to have my username, my password, and my phone in order to get in using that Authenticator app. Okay, so now we've added multi-factor authentication to one of our IAM user accounts.